Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And, of course, Trae Young. They'll need someone to fill his role.
And his fans, teammates, a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
Here's Giddey. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Greg, I think it's going to be a battle of the boards, a battle of rebounding. And you know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
Well, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, those guys got after it as well as anybody who's ever played.
And it's Conley penetrating. Gobert can't hit. Here's Oklahoma City now. Over in the corner, Dort. It's stolen by Gobert. O'Neal with it. Picked up by Rozier. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
This is what Donovan Mitchell entered the league with. That explosive first step, and earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan, 6'10" at present, but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to compete defensively at that shooting guard position.
Over in the corner, Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Tatum, no good. It's Gobert with the ball for Utah. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Right side, Tatum. Over Mitchell. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And we know what Mitchell can do offensively. But, Greg, how do you evaluate his defensive game?
And, Kevin, without question, there's room for improvement. I'd say he's probably below average, but he has the tools that if he tightens up that part of his game, look out.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Going inside. Here's Giddey. Count that one.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Here's Mitchell. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Tatum. Stolen by O'Neal. Inside. And the dunk by O'Neal.
I think we think of Donovan Mitchell first and foremost as a scorer, but I love seeing his passing ability come into play.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Giddey. .153 left in the first quarter. To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. Mitchell outside. Over Tatum. And that one's good. Mitchell. Mitchell's got 6. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Utah.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Here's Conley. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Tatum down low. To end the run. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be an over-the-back ball game.
That's his second personal foul.
Just a little too physical out there right now.
First
That's
foul.
already his second foul.
Coming on to the
Jazz
floor for
leading
the Jazz.
by 9. Clarkson outside. .40 left in the first. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Thunderball.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
They get it back. He gets it in there.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Rozier with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Giddey, no good. Now, here's Clarkson. Here's Pascal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his
That's on
first
Enes
personal foul.
Kanter. This is his
Second
first
team
chance to the
foul.
line tonight.
At the line for the Jazz.
And Pascal drops them both. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Jazz out in front. They lead by 9.
Ladies and
It's the NBA on 2K Sports from OKC Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
Now here's Thomas. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Clarkson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Well, for an old-school big man to make a living in today's game, you've got to be a great rebounder and defender. Thankfully for Derek Favors, he is both.
Well, over a decade in the league, and in that time, it's a game that has changed a ton. But this guy brings plenty of value to the table because he's so sound.
Whiteside a screen. Nobody near Pascal. And Whiteside stays right with him. Whiteside's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And there's Favors putting it right back in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Clarkson. And stolen by Favors. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the night.
Isaiah Thomas has a tremendous basketball IQ. His instinct is to score, but can he get his guys open? You bet.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Clarkson. Three-pointer. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. to the right side.
Oklahoma City foul.
And an intentional foul there.
Derek Favors.
Wish I could
That's
say
his first
why.
personal foul.
It's pretty strange.
First team foul.
No idea what got into
Jazz
his head right there.
substitution.
Here's Mitchell. He has 6. And,
Donovan Mitchell.
he just jams it right over Derek Favors. Wow!
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell tremendous at just getting through the contact.
Now here's Thomas. And there's the shot clock
24-second
violation.
shot clock
Couldn't get the shot
violation.
off in time.
Jazz
As you
ball.
look, Doris, at the trouble so many teams have defensively, it's becoming harder and harder to get stops in this league.
Kevin, there is no doubt that we must redefine what is considered quality defense. Guys are such range shooters now, so highly skilled from the moment they step across half court. It is almost
Royce O'Neal.
impossible to cover every part of the floor, especially against a team that really moves it. The only thing you can do is give
2
incredible
minutes
effort
remaining in
and
the
stay
first half.
tied
2
together on a
minutes.
string.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says, his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the
Oklahoma City
foundation.
foul.
Kevin, the way they
That's
win
his first
games
personal foul.
is saying something.
Second
He
team
is a
foul.
defensive player of the year multiple times. Phenomenal player. Thanks, D.A. Pass to Gobert. Out to Conley. The Jazz need to get off. Oh!
Royce O'Neal.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Right side, Thomas. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Down low. Here's Pokusevski. That ball's ice feed that time from Wiggins. Pokusevski's got his second bucket tonight.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And
Rudy
Gobert
Gobert.
throws it down.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Rudy
And
Gobert.
slam dunk by
Assisted
Gobert.
by Mike
Well, if
Conley.
you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points.
Mike
Don't
Conley.
hang your heads. Let's get
For three.
refocused and play with more patience.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Rudy Gobert.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Thomas
Isaiah
pops in the layup for 2. Thomas got his first points of the night.
I'll tell you, the degree of difficulty, IT maintains his focus through that entire play.
And he
Donovan
gets the
Mitchell.
bucket.
Big miscommunication
Foul.
on defense. He
Isaiah
recognizes
Thomas.
it and quickly
That's his
takes
first
advantage.
personal foul.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting
Shooting for
quickly
Utah.
and capitalizing.
And Mitchell drops them both.
I don't think anyone could have predicted, based off the numbers he put up in college, that Donovan Mitchell would be an elite NBA scorer.
And so it's the Utah Jazz, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Thunder
That's
shooting
his
their
first
first free
personal
throws
foul.
of the game.
First
It's
team
been an
foul.
issue for them as it was last year. Only
On the line for your
72%
opponent.
from the line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Utah leading by 22. To the middle. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
The steal. It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Thunder trailing by 19. From deep three-point range. That shot no good. And Whiteside's got the ball here for Utah. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to House. Back to Whiteside. Here is House. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
It's picked off.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Tatum's shot is off. Jazz leading by 19 points.
And you think back to that 2017 draft, scouts trying to poke holes in Tatum's game, but really, he just needed a little time to develop his skills and get stronger.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And it's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And here's Tatum for 3. Offensive rebound. Tatum on the wing. Into the lane. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Assist from.
And without naming
Jordan
names, it
Clarkson.
feels like Tatum, is starting to dominate other all-stars at his position.
And now his game is so complete, regularly over 40% from 3. He can drive it, post you up. The only success defenders have is when they guess right.
To the inside. Ball going up court. Clarkson on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Giddey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first
No
personal foul.
question, he got bumped on that
Second
shot.
team foul.
The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So he makes 1 of 2. That's the second one missing. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Bogdanovich. He can't hit that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Stolen by Conley. It's 2-on-1. The pull-up. Yep, it counts.
Mike Conley.
Conley's got 5 now.
Mike Conley out in transition on the break, eager to help his team convert. Nicely done.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. It's stolen by Dort. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Tatum.
Lou Dort at his best, being a factor on the defensive end and getting down the floor in a hurry. Nicely done.
And here is Mitchell. He's got 12. He takes it in.
Donovan
And it's
Mitchell.
Mitchell with the jam.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Inside. Stolen by O'Neal. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Tatum. The drive by Mitchell.
Probably the most underrated aspect of Jason Tatum's game is his defense. Size, length, strength, you name it, sends that one back.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Stolen. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Over in the corner, Dort. No good on the triple. Utah leading by 20. Mitchell is doubled. Pass to Gobert. Now Conley to the middle. The Jazz working the ball around now. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovic showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Rozier with the ball. Covered by Mitchell. Here's Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul.
Their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
Jason Tatum has said many times his idol was Kobe Bryant. Some people think there's a lot of Paul Pierce in his game. To me, Jason Tatum has his own unique style.
And so it's the Utah Jazz controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Utah leading by 20. Conley surveying the D's. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We've heard the calls for more diversity among head coaches, Greg. With the turnover this offseason came a lot of opportunity.
And Kevin, that's really what it's all about, right? The league's values of diversity and inclusion have been really pushed to the forefront. And I think that's one reason why our game is so popular globally, because it is so inclusive.
Here's Oklahoma City now. And here's Tatum for three. No good on that one. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
Oklahoma City ball.
The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Thunder trailing by 20. They double him with Mitchell. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
There's the pick. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
This feels like one of those nights for Donovan Mitchell. Everything's working.
Driving the lane. Tatum, that's for two. Gobert pulls it in.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Plays it up and banks it in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Left side, Tatum. Over Conley. And that one hits back iron.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Connects from three-point range.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Tatum looking around. Pass to Dort. Back to Tatum. 5 to shoot. To stop the run. Gobert pulls it in.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. Looking for Conley. He gets it there. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What a huge target in transition Enes Kanter can be. You love when he runs the floor.
The drive. Oh!
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Rozier with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Down low. Stolen by O'Neal. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. That shot, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Oklahoma City moving it around. Dort with the ball.
Charging foul called
Conley
on.
picks him up. And there's the call on Lou Dort.
That's his second personal foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Coming on
And
for the
really
floor
just
for
a
the
great
Jazz.
play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Butler. Here he goes. Got a hand on it. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead of shooting foul, we'll see free throws coming up right here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Utah Jazz.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Donovan Mitchell.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And they double up Butler. Tatum with it. Butler covering. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. On the wing, Rozier. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Clarkson. Pass to Butler. So it's Utah easily grabbing the win.
That's the end of the
to
game.
come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight
everyone
says,
for
I think,
coming
Greg,
out
an
supporting
awful
your
lot
team.
about this team.
Please get home safely.
They need home cooking to feel at home.